Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. It's the beginning of the week, which means we are gonna be tackling my Shelby GT350's Procharger belt tensioner, or potentially a bad pulley issue. Now, about a week ago, I noticed that there was like a wicked loud like squeal slash whine whenever I would be driving my Shelby GT350. I'm gonna put a clip so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, after going ahead and sticking my GoPro under the engine bay and doing a slight rev, it looks like the belt tensioner is loose and there may be even a bad pulley. And also, a lot of you guys pointed out that the Procharger head unit itself was moving around a little bit. Now, this is actually not my first centrifugal supercharged car. I had two centrifugal supercharged New Edge Mustangs. One was a Vortec car, one was a Procharger, and they did move when I would go ahead and rev, but some of you guys said that this was a little bit more excessive. So we're gonna go ahead and get that taken a look at, because obviously I'm not gonna do any pulls. I haven't done any pulls if something could potentially fall off and, you know, cause damage, because the belt's brand new, because I just got that replaced because we did toss a belt about 3 weeks ago, and I did also have some bolts extracted that had to be replaced. So I'm thinking that maybe, you know, hand in hand, you know, two and two are kind of going together, but we're gonna find out. Let's get a cold start. The weird thing is, like, whenever I just like turn the car on and then drive it, it doesn't really make the noise. It only makes the noise like after I like drive it, park it, let it sit, and then turn it on. It makes the noise, which is weird. So we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna make the noise because it hasn't done that when I just like turn it on from a cold start. Nope, it's making the noise, which means it's kind of getting worse. So we're gonna get this situated. You guys can hear it, like it's like a ringing sound. It almost sounds like a bearing, but I think that's cap. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my hood real quick, actually. This is the first time I'm actually hearing it off of a startup. Hold on, y'all. Definitely the tensioner. Alright, so it's definitely the tensioner. It's moving around a lot. It definitely shouldn't be doing that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this tightened up. Hopefully it's an easy fix, because if the tensioner is broken, I don't know, Procharger support's kind of weird, because I hit them up for some bolts I needed about a month ago and they never really got back to me. But, you know, they were available at a hardware store, so we're gonna have to call Procharger. I'm definitely not gonna deal through email again, so hopefully we can go ahead and get this situated and they warranty this, because this is you know, pretty new. Like, this whole head unit has less than 3,000 miles on it. The whole kit has less than, well, it probably has a little bit more than 3,000 miles. I haven't reached the oil change interval yet, so that's how new the kit is. But let's go ahead and get to the shop and hopefully get this situated. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but like idle, oh yeah, you can hear it. Idle, you can hear it. So like, this is how I know it's kind of getting worse. I'm pretty sure it's the tensioner, so hopefully just tighten it back up and we're good to go, because like I said, this is a pretty much brand new Procharger kit. I mean, the head unit, you know, the head unit is brand new pretty much when there's like no debris in like the actual housing where the Procharger impeller is. Like, if that is spotless, like you can literally wipe your finger on it and nothing will be on your finger, that's how you know the head unit is like brand new. So hopefully you just gotta tighten up the tensioner, man, because if that tensioner's broke, you best believe I'm gonna hit up Procharger and be like, yo, it's brand new, I'm using the car as intended, you know what I'm saying, there was no foul play, I need a tensioner. I don't even need that thing powder coated, just send me a tensioner. But I didn't even get the kit powder coated. Yes, I mean, it shouldn't even take that long. I just need a tensioner. But I've heard from some folks that they've waited like a couple damn weeks for a damn tensioner. Like, oh hell no, you ain't got no time for waiting a week. Ooh, y'all can hear this, y'all. Oh my god. Yo, this is bad. But give you guys hopefully we'll get this thing resolved today.
A few moments later.
We'll see.
Try it out. Do like a walkthrough behind you in the road.
Yeah. We'll see. Alright, about to give this car a little test drive. Hopefully that we fix the issue. You gotta love a shop that warranties their work, man. Dark Knight Specialties, hell yeah. Appreciate that. Hella. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm pretty much gonna just do exactly what I did the past couple days and then just drive it, park it up for like 10-15 minutes and then get back in it and drive it and see what happens. So I'm just gonna jump on the toll road right now, maybe drive for like 15 minutes or so, park the car, and then we'll see, because we adjusted the tensioner, like I believe it goes in 25% increments. So it's about 25 degrees, or not, why do I keep saying degrees? 25% tighter than what it was before. So hopefully this fixed the issue. I actually do not remember exactly where those bolts were set when I first got the Procharger kit installed. I do not remember. And I got the same type of belt, but maybe I stretched the belt. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I'm only running like 8 pounds of boost, so I don't think that it should stretched, but we'll see. I'm not gonna do a watt pull yet. I'm gonna make sure that this issue is actually like solved before I do a watt pull, because obviously doing a watt pull with, you know, a loose tensioner is definitely not a good idea. You could toss the belt could jump, and then, well, you're kind of stranded. Well, actually, technically not really, because this is a stage 2 kit, but again, it's just something that I don't want to do. It's unnecessary. So we gonna see, man. Just gonna drive for a little bit, and hopefully this issue is fixed. I'm not hearing anything, you know, obviously 6th gear cruising, but when I would first jump in the car and start cruising, I wouldn't hear anything either. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys had a similar issue happen to your guys' car, whether it be a 5.0, 5.2, or a 4.6. I've never had this issue. Oh, that truck is dropping rocks. I've never had this issue on a 4.6 car. But again, this car is revving quite literally 2,300 RPM higher than the 4.6 cars that I've had, so. Technically the 4.2 valve too. Only rev those cars to 6 grand. This is revving out to 8,250, 8,300 sometimes. So there could be a lot of play. I really hope this is fixed too, man. I really do, because I want to actually test out these tires within the next couple of days. I'm not gonna do it today, but it is hot as hell. It's 91 degrees outside right now. I'm gonna wait till it gets cooler, and obviously like kind of at night. But hopefully this is fixed up, because I do not really want to go through Procharger support. So good. I'm probably gonna get off on racking. Literally documenting this whole thing so y'all can go ahead and test it out yourself if you have this issue. Jump on the highway, drive the car for a little bit, get off. If it's gonna make the noise, it's gonna make the noise. If not, you know, you're good. Brother man. Wait, I think this is the road that has the wicked, absolutely wicked okay, no, it's not that bad, I don't think. And that's dangerous. That's why you don't drive behind trucks out here in Houston. You got that guy right there, that's a road hazard. That dump truck was a road hazard. If there was a cop behind, if there was a cop behind that dump truck, he would have got pulled over. It's crazy out here in Houston because there's so many things that you can't do, like if you're just transporting stuff, like you really will get pulled over. Like for real. Because I know for a fact, like you can't transport those, I forgot the name of those, but they're like the big, they're not ATVs because they have like the doors on them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're like the bigger, I guess like off-road vehicles. They look like ATVs, but they're not ATVs. They have the doors, no windows. But I know for a fact, like some people think you can transport those, like if you just have like a truck and like a trailer, but every time that I see somebody with a truck and a trailer that has that type of, like, I guess off-road vehicle on the back, they're always pulled over like on the toll road or something like that. I'm telling you, you can't transport that shit, which kind of sucks because a lot of people love to rent those out. They're so, like, they're just sick. I don't know how much they cost, but I think they're like 10, like, I mean, they're not cheap whatsoever. But uh-oh, I think I hear it. All right, so just when I was about to celebrate, I popped the hood, and well, the belt's not on here. You can see right here we snapped the belt. I guess it was just too much tension, a little bit too much tension, so we'll just get a longer belt and swap this on here, and then hopefully that's going to be fixing the issue. But obviously, because it was loose, I'd probably just stretch the belt. So we probably could put it back to where it was with a fresh belt and see if it works, but definitely gonna go ahead and get a longer belt put on here because it probably just stretched it 100%. So yeah, damn, that sucks. I was like, hold on, y'all. What the heck going on? But yeah, the belt snapped. Damn. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this belt swapped out. Let me know down in the comment section, for those of you who have Procharged Shelby GT350s with the Stage 2 kit, are you guys having issues like snapping belts and having like tensioner issues? Because I feel like I should not be having these problems at 8 pounds a boost. Now, this is not my first centrifugal supercharged setup. I've had Vortex, I've had a Procharger P1SC that I've pushed over, literally over double the amount of boost that this car is currently putting out, and I didn't have any issues snapping belts or, you know, having issues with the tensioner. Now, the only thing that I can go ahead and think of that's different, very different from the previous centrifugal supercharged setups, is the amount of RPM that the 5.2 liter Voodoo spins to compared to the 4.6 2 valve and the 5.42 valve. Now, obviously the 5.2 liter Voodoo is going to be spinning to 8250, 8300, and the 2 valve cars I had, I was only spinning them to 6 grand. So if this happens again, I'm personally going to chalk it up to maybe it's too much RPM. Now, obviously, because I have the Procharger crank support, you know, doing a belt swap isn't necessarily like a 1, 2, 3 job. You have to take off the Procharger crank support to go ahead and swap the belt. It's kind of irritating to do, and you know, it's time consuming. And considering the fact that I personally am not going to mess with anything to deal with like the motor when it comes to, like, you know, the crankshaft or whatnot, you know, it can get pretty expensive. So if this happens again, I'm only on 8 pounds of boost. Realistically, I'm probably going to go ahead and ditch the Procharger kit completely, and I'm going to be looking toward a twin turbo kit for the Shelby GT350, because it doesn't make sense to go to another centrifugal supercharger like an ESS. I've already had 3 centrifugal superchargers at this point. I don't really want to do a Whipple on this car because, again, depending on what happens with the S650, might do a Whipple or a Roush on that car. The only thing that really makes sense is, for me, is to go twin turbo, because I'm literally dealing with like higher horsepower issues at like 8 pounds of boost, and I'm just kind of just weighing what could be causing these problems. I mean, 8 PSI and I'm snapping belts left and right when I've pushed 17 PSI on 2 previous applications over spinning blowers and I've never snapped the belt. I mean, at this point, there's like a fundamental kit design flaw here, because I know it's not install error, because this has been off twice now. Gonna be 3 times. So, I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think, man. Obviously, it's not necessarily bad news. It's just kind of like inconvenience, because the kit's still like pretty much new. Can still sell it for a good amount, and then put that toward a twin turbo kit, which in all reality is probably what I should have done off rip. If this was like a year and a half ago, I probably would have done that. But it's just like, if I'm going to be dealing with these issues, it's like I'm definitely not going to deal with them, pushing 8 pounds of boost, 700 horsepower. It just, like, realistically, like, it don't really make no type of sense. So I'll keep you guys updated on what's going down, and hopefully these are the ends of the issues, because I'm only using parts that Procharger supplies. I'm not going ahead and deviating. I'm gonna put on a different belt. I'm gonna put on an HD belt this time, but I've been using the belt supplied by Procharger. We just tightened the tensioner and it snapped like crazy. This isn't the RPM belt, because they don't supply the RPM belt, and they don't sell an RPM belt for the size that I need. And I know the RPM belts don't really like when you tension them a lot, because they can snap. This is a regular belt, so we're gonna try the HD belt, put the tensioner back to where it was. If it still makes the noise, oh well, we know it's the tensioner. We can swap the tensioner out. You don't need to go ahead and remove all of the components to do that. But if it starts to happen again after, let's say, 3 weeks, because literally this is 3 weeks since the new belt, it's time to definitely go ahead and consider a different power adder, in my personal opinion.